Before the Cholas and Vijayanagar kings, a mighty dynasty rose in the heart of India, the Chalukyas, patrons of art and literature. Their story lingers among the rust-colored cliffs of the Deccan, where rulers were not just conquerors, but custodians of culture. The Chalukyas transformed stone into living art, creating a golden age of innovation and creativity in Karnataka. Join me as we journey back to witness the dawn of this extraordinary civilization. In the 6th century, as the Gupta Empire faded, new powers emerged. In the Deccan, Pulakeshin I, a visionary chieftain, founded the Chalukya Dynasty. He chose Badami, a gorge between red sandstone cliffs, as his capital, a natural fortress and a canvas for future wonders. Pulakeshin's Ashwamedha sacrifice declared his sovereignty, marking the birth of an empire. Badami's cliffs became more than defense. They became the foundation for a cultural renaissance. Here, power and piety merged, and the Chalukyan dream began to take shape. The dynasty's legacy was carved directly into the living rock. Pulakeshin II, the dynasty's greatest king, transformed a kingdom into an empire. His armies subdued rivals across the Deccan, stretching his influence from the Arabian Sea to the Bay of Bengal. His most famous victory came against Harsha of Kanauj, halting the northern emperor's advance at the Narmada River. This triumph established the Chalukyas as sovereigns of the south. The Chinese traveler Xuanzang visited his court, recording Pulakeshin's power and the loyalty of his people. Under Pulakeshin II, the Chalukyas reached their zenith. His reign became a defining chapter in Indian history. The Chalukyas' true genius lay in their administration. Their empire was divided into provinces, districts, and village groups, allowing efficient governance and fair taxation. Local assemblies of elders managed village affairs, fostering autonomy and civic responsibility. This decentralized system ensured stability and prosperity for centuries. It was a model of governance far ahead of its time. Badami's sandstone cliffs house 4 magnificent cave temples, a testament to Chalukya artistry and religious harmony. The first 3 caves honor Hindu deities, Shiva as Nataraja and Vishnu in his avatars. The 4th cave, dedicated to Jainism, stands as a symbol of tolerance. These sanctuaries, carved side by side, reflect a society where faiths coexisted and art flourished. Badami was both a political and spiritual capital, its legacy etched in stone. Aihole, the cradle of Indian temple architecture, was the Chalukyas' creative laboratory. Over 120 temples from the 5th to 12th centuries showcase evolving styles and bold experimentation. The Durga temple's apsidal shape and the Lad Khan temple's unique design reveal a spirit of innovation. Here, architects fuse traditions, improvising to find the perfect form for the divine. Aihole's lessons paved the way for the masterpieces of Pattadakal. It was a crucible of creativity that shaped Indian temple architecture. Pattadakal, on the Malaprabha River, was where Chalukya kings were crowned and their architectural ambitions realized. Temples here blend northern Nagara and southern Dravida styles, symbolizing cultural synthesis. The Virupaksha temple, built by Queen Lokamahadevi, stands as the pinnacle of Dravidian architecture and inspired later wonders like Ellora's Kailasa temple. Pattadakal's artistry earned it UNESCO World Heritage status. Even in defeat, Chalukyan vision shaped the future of Indian art. Chalukya courts were vibrant centers of learning, nurturing both Sanskrit and Kannada literature. The Aihole inscription by Ravikirti, praising Pulakeshin II, is a masterpiece of Sanskrit poetry and history. Early Kannada prose and poetry, like the Kape Arabhata inscription, emerged under their patronage. Scholars and poets flourished, laying the foundation for later literary achievements. The Chalukyas created a rich, enduring literary heritage. For the Chalukyas, art was a tool of power and propaganda. Temples and sculptures projected royal authority, aligning kings with divine heroes and reinforcing their right to rule. Scenes from epics and depictions of deities communicated messages to subjects and rivals alike. The Virupaksha temple itself was a statement of victory and superiority. Chalukyan art became a visual language of statecraft, etched in stone for eternity. Chalukya prosperity was built on a robust economy and vibrant trade. Their gold and copper coins, stamped with dynastic emblems, facilitated commerce and symbolized sovereignty. Powerful merchant guilds controlled trade routes, bringing wealth from across India and beyond. Strategic location enabled control of key overland and maritime trade. This economic vitality funded their grand artistic and architectural projects. The Chalukyas championed religious tolerance, actively supporting Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism. Temples for different faiths stood side by side in Badami and Aihole, a deliberate statement of inclusivity. Inscriptions record royal grants to Jain and Buddhist institutions. This pluralism fostered intellectual and spiritual freedom, enriching their culture. Their policy of tolerance remains one of their most inspiring legacies. Chalukya achievements rested on formidable military power and strategic brilliance. Pulakeshin II's use of terrain and adaptive tactics led to legendary victories, including halting Harsha's advance. The Chalukyas also recognized the importance of naval strength, securing vital sea lanes. Their military ensured stability, enabling cultural and artistic pursuits to flourish. Superior strategy, not just numbers, defined their success. The Chalukya legacy branched east when Pulakeshin II's brother founded the Eastern Chalukyas in Vengi. This dynasty ruled for centuries, fostering Telugu literature and culture. They maintained ties with their Badami kin, yet developed a unique identity. Strategic alliances with the Cholas shaped southern Indian politics. The Eastern Chalukyas' story is a testament to the dynasty's adaptability and influence. Constant conflict with the Pallavas weakened the Badami Chalukyas. The sacking of Badami and Pulakeshin II's death marked a turning point. Though they briefly recovered, the rise of the Rashtrakutas ended their reign. The Chalukya dynasty fell, but their temples remained as silent witnesses. Their era ended, but their legacy endured in stone. The Chalukya name revived in the late 10th century when Tailapa II overthrew the Rashtrakutas. The Western Chalukyas of Kalyani ruled for 2 more centuries, refining their ancestors' legacy. Their capital became a center of culture and learning, and they continued to patronize art and architecture. Fierce conflicts with the Cholas defined this era, but creativity thrived. The Chalukyan spirit proved indomitable. 2 rulers stand out: Someshvara I, a warrior and builder, and his son Vikramaditya VI, the dynasty's most celebrated king. Vikramaditya's reign marked a golden age of prosperity, scholarship, and temple building. His court attracted poets and jurists, producing works like the Vikramankadeva Charita and the Mitakshara. Under his rule, the empire reached its zenith. Their era was the final glorious flowering of Chalukya achievement. The Western Chalukyas pioneered the ornate Gadag style, using soapstone for intricate carvings and multi-shrined temples. Lathe-turned pillars and elaborate doorways became hallmarks of their architecture. Temples like Mahadeva at Itagi and Kasivisvesvara at Lakundi showcase this evolution. Their innovations bridged the gap to the even more elaborate Hoysala style. Chalukyan architecture set new standards for beauty and complexity. Chalukya women played influential roles as patrons, administrators, and even warriors. Queens like Lokamahadevi and Trilokya Mahadevi commissioned grand temples at Pattadakal. Akadevi governed provinces and led armies, while others supported religious and cultural life. Their actions shaped the dynasty's legacy as much as the king's. The Chalukya era challenged stereotypes about women's roles in ancient India. The Chalukyas' innovations shaped the Deccan for centuries. The Rashtrakutas, Hoysalas, and even the Vijayanagara Empire drew inspiration from their art, architecture, and administration. Their use of soapstone, lathe-turned pillars, and fusion of styles became regional hallmarks. Later empires built upon the Chalukyan foundation, carrying their spirit forward. Their legacy became the cultural DNA of southern India. Our knowledge of the Chalukyas comes from thousands of inscriptions carved in stone and copper. These records detail genealogy, victories, administration, and daily life. The Aihole inscription and others are poetic masterpieces and vital historical sources. Many inscriptions have been lost, but those that remain are precious links to the past. They are the voices of the Chalukyas, echoing across centuries. The Chalukyas shaped the Deccan's cultural identity, fusing northern and southern styles into a unique architectural language. Their temples are foundational texts of Indian art, and their society was marked by tolerance and creativity. They proved that true greatness lies in culture, not just conquest. Their vision endures in the red sandstone cliffs and living traditions of Karnataka. The Chalukya story is a vital chapter in India's grand narrative. We've journeyed across centuries, witnessing the rise, glory, and legacy of the Chalukyas. Their temples remain vibrant centers of art and spirituality, telling stories to all who listen. Their vision of tolerance and creativity is as relevant today as ever. The Chalukyas remind us that the greatest empires enrich the human spirit. Like, share, and subscribe to Crazy Color Facts for more legendary tales from India's glorious past.